Well, howdy, and welcome to the Unfinished Journey. I've got something here I'm calling the empty flagpole. My name's Wally. I figure you already know what your name is. Now, this one's been sitting heavy with me for a while now, so let's see what Grandpa Wally has to say today. The empty flagpole. Now, I suspect it's the same for most folks. Two things you don't talk about, politics and religion. That's always a problem for me, 'cause I find both subjects to be damn interesting. I'm mostly fascinated by why others think the way they do, and why I think the way I do. I haven't landed on any solid conclusions, but I keep looking for answers. As time goes by and there are more and more talking heads out there, I get more and more confused about everything out there. There's one thing though I know for sure. I can't remember when I haven't had a distrust for both religion and politicians. I guess that's why I'm sharing all of this. I've come to realize that I've lost most of what once was my my less than abundant faith in folks. I wonder if remembering when I started losing trust in others would make things different for me. Something tells me it wouldn't. Hell, for all I know, all of it might have started the moment I realized that Santa Claus was Sully from just around the corner. I mean, if you can't trust Santa Claus, who can you trust? Today I have a 20-foot tall flagpole outside Casa de la Tin Can that holds no flag. During the last election cycle, the flag began to tatter. By the time the final votes had been counted, the flag was in ruins. That's when I took it down. I haven't replaced it. You see, if I were to fly it the way I feel about the nation right now, I'd fly it upside down. Maybe that's why I allowed myself to talk to someone about all of this today. Some folks don't hesitate to share that they have a therapist as their emergency call number in moments of mental angst. Me, I have a video conference call with a VA counselor. Not the same as the glitzy LA types, but I assure you, it was real, very real. First thing she did was confirm I'm a Vietnam era veteran. I told her, yeah, I am. She was a veteran with combat experience, and when I began to babble about my life, she listened without interrupting. Didn't matter whether I thought my serving was or wasn't the right thing to do. I did it, and after that, I continued on, sort of. The truth was I never thought the Vietnamese were going to show up on our shores. But I was brought up during the Cold War, and to me, the threat of communism was a real thing. So it was my duty, like it or not, to potentially become cannon fodder in a war supposedly against the Red Menace. You see, I believed if they won there, they could win anywhere. Turns out it was a whole lot about corporate money and damn little about ideology. And that right there was one more confirmation of my suspicion that there was more, a whole lot more, to the story of how this nation works. That's when I knew there was one thing I was certain of. There wasn't a single politician or corporate executive that gave one good goddamn for what happened to me. The crumbling of my trust in others began in earnest earlier on for me. Through the years, well, Sully had brought down Santa Claus. After that, there was me not growing to be 6'6". I might tell you about it someday. Then I was told I had an incurable disease and would be dead within a year. So I found myself disillusioned with the whole medical world. Then there was the loss of a love I thought was real and forever because I was in the service. As time went by, there were lies about, well, you take your pick. The more attention I began to pay to what was going on around me, the more I began to realize that Sully wasn't the only one who was out there doing their best to fool me. So what I've experienced through the years and come to realize is closer to the truth has led me to where I am today, a coffee cup in hand staring at an empty flagpole. The thing about that flagpole is I never wanted it. I appreciate it, but I never asked for a 20-foot tall flagpole with a solar-powered light on it, so there'd be some sort of light on the flag in the middle of the night. No, it was all a part of one of those weird things that have happened to me over the years. Believe me when I tell you that, were it up to me, that flagpole would never have been planted in front of my palatial estate. And yet, there it is, an aluminum pole with a solar-powered light on top. I didn't buy a new flag out of respect for others, and I still haven't bought one. Now, as funny as that might sound, the thing is, I know there are good folks out there that wouldn't appreciate me flying the flag the way I'd like to fly it. In case you're curious, I'd be flying the flag upside down right now. The last thing I'm interested in is creating the sort of confrontation I'd be making with that flag flying upside down out there. You see, I'm old and I'm tired, and I know they wouldn't listen, so why should I bother? Back then, back on April 1, 1969, I didn't put on a red or a blue hat. No, instead I raised my hand and pledged my allegiance to a country and a constitution. So where does that leave a man who still believes in asking hard questions? And where does that leave a man who finds it harder and harder to believe the answers? Now, I've worn a cowboy hat and made it clear to everyone that I'm not a cowboy. I've worn a ball cap that says the man, the myth, the legend. And I'm not about to correct anyone who questions that. But I'll be damned if I'll ever wear a blue or a red hat, not at least for some stupid-ass political comment anyways. For me, if the middle ground's gone, it's all just a no man's land now. Then maybe all I've got left is this empty flagpole and a voice that's not gone quiet yet. So until next time, be good to yourself, be better to others. Drop a pebble that you believe in. Never forget that even an empty flagpole can carry a story. As always, keep the unfinished journey unforgettable. Happy trails.